Hey y'all, it's Brandon with Can't Never Could. So I was gonna let you know what we're doing today. It's still early. We're gonna be going out today when I go to work, and I'm gonna stop by Walmart, and we're gonna go over some weed eater string or trimmer string. It depends what part of the world you're in, what they call it. But we're gonna go into Walmart. We're actually gonna do like budget shopping. We're gonna see what they have, the prices on it, and what's good and what's not good. We're gonna put it through some tests, and we're gonna see how it goes. I'm kind of interested myself because I buy a lot of weed eater string to do what I do. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Y'all come along with me. All right, guys, let's see what we got. All right, we got the Warrior, Weed Warrior, 1.5. We'll get that one. Hyper Tough. How big is that? 9.5. Let's get that. And then the Heart. There we go. Heart brand. 9.5. And that's all they got. But yeah, that's it. So we got 3 brands to choose from. Let's see how it goes. Alright, y'all, we got our bag of goodies. Show y'all what we got in a minute. We'll go through, we'll try each one out. See you in a second. Alright guys, here we are at the house. I'm just going to go over and put each one of these on. I want to kind of go over what they are. So we got 3 different types of line at Walmart. That's all they had. I know every Walmart's different. You might go to one somewhere else that have some different line, but the major 2 products you see in Walmart is the Heart and the Hyper Tough. So generally this is what you're gonna find. One I wasn't aware of when I went to buy was this Weed Warrior. So this one right here was the best bang for the buck. It was the cheapest. So the Weed Warrior, and I got all these in the same size, but the Weed Warrior actually has the little spirals inside of it. We're gonna see how that does. It's an all-purpose string, but you get 50 feet of that for $3.33. I mean, stupid cheap. So we'll see how it lasts. The Hyper Tough was the next cheapest one, and this one actually comes with a bunch of different spools, but it was still not as much string as you get with the Weed Warrior. That was $12.88. And then the Heart was the last one, and it was $15.98. And you got basically the same thing as the Hyper Tough. I think it's like 450 feet, and it was 550 feet for the Warrior. So we're gonna see how this one actually has like a plastic around the actual string, so it should be a little more durable. But I mean, think about it. You hit a piece of chain link fence, they're all still plastic. It's gonna break. So, you know, actually, I've seen some videos on people taking the weed eater string and hitting it against the fence to see how it breaks. Guess what? They all broke. So we're talking about cutting grass. We're gonna see how each one of them lasts cutting grass. So we're gonna do 3 different tests today. We're gonna do one of them where we go through some, you know, normal grass, you know, but people typically cut 6 to 8 inches, see how smooth it is, how well it cuts. And then we're gonna do one, we're gonna go down the sidewalk, actually clean the side of the sidewalk. For those that haven't never done that with weed eater string, it typically eats it up pretty good just because of the angles on it. And then we're gonna go through some tall grass. I'm talking about like tall grass. You ain't gonna miss that to see what happens there. So that's gonna be toward the end of the video. So we're fixing to put each one of these on, go through each test with it, and then we'll come back at the end and see how each one does. So about to start our test. We're gonna start off with the cheapest one. This was $3.33, the Weed Warrior. And then we'll move on to the Hyper Tough, and then old good Heart brand. So here's what we're gonna do.
we're gonna cut some normal grass, and we're going about, I don't know, a little area about 5 foot square, and then we're gonna cut the edge of a sidewalk, and at the very end we're gonna cut some real thick grass. And what we're gonna do after we do each one, we're gonna actually measure the length of string that's left. So if you bump a weed eater on the bottom, if you bump this piece right here, it lets out more string. I got it all the way out right now. So we'll measure this. All the way out, we're at 7 inches. So we're gonna cut a little bit of grass, some short grass. We're gonna measure it and see how much came off. And then we're gonna go do about 10 foot of an edge with the weed eater, kind of like edging, cleaning up the edge. We're gonna do that, measure it, and then we're gonna go to some real thick grass, and then we're gonna measure it. Because 9 times out of 10, you know, people are showing like hitting chain link fence. A lot of people don't have chain link fence. And if you hit it, it's a piece of metal. It's gonna break it, don't matter how thick it is. But what really matters is how long is this gonna last about cutting regular grass. So that's what we're gonna test out today. So y'all come along. We're starting with the weed warrior. You see that orange line on there. See if we lost anything. Nope, still at 7 inches. So the short grass cut a 5 by 5 square area, and it done great on the weed warrior. Now we're gonna cut a sidewalk edge. Also, all this cutting's being done just because it does make a difference in what kind of weed eater you have. This is a Husqvarna. This is a Husqvarna 525. It's a super expensive weed eater. They're normally about 300 bucks. I actually had a buddy that put in like 10 bucks on a draw and won it. He don't need a weed eater, so I gave him 100 bucks and got a $300 weed eater. So I think I won on that one. So that worked out pretty good. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna do all these on. So we're gonna go hit a sidewalk edge and see where we're at with that. Okay, that was about 20 foot actually. Let's see where we're at. We're at 6.5, so we lost 1/2 inch on that right there. All right, let's go to the thick stuff. All right, that was another 5 foot square. Let's see where we're at. I actually knocked it down another 1/2 inch. We're down to 6. So in the short test, nothing. The sidewalk, we lost 1/2 inch, and then we lost 1/2 inch on this little 5 by 5 area. So let's see how that compares to the other weeder string. I know that's not a big area, you know, 5 by 5, but it's just to kind of give us some perspective on what most people, okay, we didn't lose anything on that one. So most people, you know, you're doing around the house or something like that, you're not doing a broad area. So, you know, doing a 5 by 5 area, or I mean, that could be a pretty good bit around a house. Because it's multiple strips that you're just doing little, you know, 6-inch strips or something the lawnmower don't hit. I'm a hyper tough. See how much we lost on the sidewalk. Another 1/4 of an inch. Alright, let's measure the hopper tough. Here. Lost a 1/4 of an inch on the tall grass. Alright, last but not least, bright green one. Get a measurement. So every one of these we started out at 7 inches, and then we measure to see how much it's come down. Still at 7 inches. Move on to the sidewalk. All right, y'all. Sidewalk with the hearts. Get a measurement. Oh, until we wore down some. Let's see how much. Ooh, we lost 1 inch on that little bit right there with the Heart brand. All right, let's go to the thick test. All right, here's the thick stuff. Now this stuff is over my knee, y'all. It's tall. We're gonna do the Heart brand. It already lost 1 inch on the sidewalk. We'll see how it does here. Let's see if we lost some more on the Heart. Yep, we went down 1 inch on the sidewalk, and now we're down 3/4 of an inch on the thick stuff. So definitely a shocker there. The Heart is actually coated and then has a string in the middle, so I figured it would actually last a bit longer. I was wrong. All right, y'all, the verdict's in. We went through all the tests. We've done the short grass test. We done the edging the sidewalk test, and then we done the tall grass test. Actually really shocked about the results. I was sure one of them was going to outperform the rest. I was wrong. So here's my opinion, and then you tell me your opinion, okay? So the Warrior actually only had 1 inch gone through all the tests. We lost 1/2 inch in the sidewalk, 1/2 inch in the thick grass. But y'all, for $3.33, you get 550 feet. So that's quite a bit. Now, this is where y'all might argue with me. The Hyper Tough wound up only losing a ½ an inch the whole time. It lost a ¼ of an inch in the sidewalk, ¼ of an inch in the thick stuff. So it lost less than the Weed Warrior, but this is 1288, and you get less than it's 100 feet less in this than it is in the Weed Warrior. And then we got the Heart. This one was the one I was betting on because it has that coat around the wire that's going to just beat the fool out of the rest of them. At 450 feet. At 450 feet, and it's $15.98 for all these spools. So it didn't do good, y'all. So in my opinion, the Warrior wins because it's so much cheap. I can buy 4 of these for the price of the Hyper Tough. The Hyper Tough did lose less line, but it's 4 times more expensive. So anyway, that's my opinion. Y'all let me know. It's a clear thing that Heart did not win, but y'all let me know what y'all think. Did this one win or this one win? This one lost less, but it cost more. Okay. Also, thank y'all for watching. Y'all subscribe, like, share, hitting that notification button. We're gonna have some more of these videos coming up where we're demonstrating. I chose Walmart because it's a place that we can go that I personally forget crap. So I like make notes and stuff like that, but a lot of us don't go to hardware stores. We have to go to Walmart, get groceries or random objects, and that's what's there. So I know we go there. So a lot of times I'll go there and just think, man, I need to get something. Oh, I'll grab some weed eater string while I'm here. I don't actually go to a hardware store. And then on top of that, I promise you, you go to a hardware store, that stuff's gonna be a lot more expensive. So just give you a little bit of food for thought. But anyway, love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all on the next one.